Today we're looking at trade setups on the weird cryptocurrency DogeCoin and the US dollar Swiss franc currency pair. Don't miss it. Hi, this is Tim from TradingStrategyGuides.com. I apologize to those of you who were looking for my Wednesday and Friday videos last week. Many of you already know that I live in North Texas near Dallas, and unless you've been under a rock, you probably know that we went through Snowmageddon last week. Well, I mean, if you're from Michigan or somewhere else in the Midwest of the U.S., you just laughed about that. You know, I spent much of my childhood in the Chicago area, so I get it. But this is Texas. You can count on one hand the number of times the temperature drops below freezing during the winter, or two hands, max. But last week, it dropped to -2 Fahrenheit where I am. That's like -16 or 17 for you Celsius folks. That is totally unheard of here in Texas. I think that's like the lowest it's been in decades. Anyway, the power grid and generators just weren't designed to handle that, so we had rotating blackouts for much of last week. And just about the time I got some work done on my computer, the power would go out and I'd have to wait for it to come back on and reboot, and, well, it was really tedious. Honestly, I just gave up trying to get any work done. So please accept my humble apology. I'm in the process of installing solar and lithium batteries here, so this shouldn't be an issue when all that's done. Anyway, we survived it, and I actually enjoyed the 4-ish inches of snow we got. But I digress. Today, we're looking at a bull flag on the funky cryptocurrency DogeCoin and a triangle on the US dollar Swiss franc currency pair. We're going to look at those, but first, once again, we're going to look at a few charts. And then later on, this week's trading maxim. Happy Monday. Go grab some coffee, and we'll take a look at our active trades. Euro pound is dropping like a rock right here. I've trailed the stops with the parabolic SAR down to 87.70, locking in 83 pips on this one. And Bitcoin just never seems to fail to please here. Last week we got stopped out on our position when it pulled back, I don't know, right here or somewhere, I'm not sure where. You may remember me telling you that I wanted to get back in, but only if we got a close above the 48,700 level. Well, we got that on Tuesday, so I bought at 49,158, and it hit my first target of 52,444.93 on Wednesday, right there. I closed half for profit, moved the stop to break even on the remainder. Now I'm trailing the stops with the PSAR. My stop is currently at 57.25, locking in 15.6629 on this second half. Last week, I told you I was going to close AMNIL. We were on this candle right here when I recorded the video because I just didn't like this. It had come up here close to hitting my first target, and then it just was headed down. So I told you I was pretty sure that I was going to close it when it opened on Monday. But it turns out that Monday was President's Day, so it was a bank holiday in the U.S. Somehow I missed that. Anyway, it closed here on Tuesday, back in the range, so I closed it for a loss of 32 cents at $5.58 for a 1.6% account loss. And I'm done with AMRX for right now. The NASDAQ closed back in the range right here on Friday, and I closed it for -106.25. It didn't stop out. I closed it on the close of this candle for a 0.3% account loss. Done with the NASDAQ for now. The Swiss yen triggered a buy on Monday right here. Barely hit the first target right here on Wednesday, and then dropped right down to a break-even stop on the second half. So we got 0.67% account gain on that from the first half, and I'm done with Swiss yen for right now. And lastly, the Euro-Swedish krona pair closed slightly below the range on Tuesday, right here, on very wimpy volume. So I didn't take the trade. On Wednesday, it closed down here on almost average volume, not quite. So I entered a half size sell on this. Then Thursday, it closed back in the range. So I shut it down for a small loss, which represented about 0.3% account loss. Now, since then, the volume and the volatility continue to decline. So I'm redrawing this like so to put the bottom of the range down here at 10.0090. So we're looking for a candle to close below that level to sell. Remember, be sure there's sufficient volume for the trade. And that is all the active trades for today. Let's take a look at today's trade picks. Today we're looking at a bull flag on the cryptocurrency DogeCoin. You may remember that DogeCoin is the one that I talked about that's based on the Doge meme. It was pumped by the Reddit group Wall Street Bets and Elon Musk and went flying right up here. It pulled way back and then pushed up almost to that high again. And now it's pulling back in this bull flag right here. But I'm thinking that this thing could break and make another attempt at the prior high right there. Now, I don't know if it will or not, but a candle close above this bull flag right here would be the first sign of the rally. Now, a bull flag consists of an incoming uptrend like the one we've got right here, and then a descending parallel price channel like this. A bull flag is a bullish consolidation, so I will only take a buy trigger on it. And the pattern is confirmed by a decline in volume and volatility down here. I measure the volatility using the ATR or average true range. And here's the trade plan. We will buy a daily candle close above the bull flag. On the breaking candle, to enter a full-size position, we want to see the volume bar reach the volume average right here. If it doesn't reach the average but does reach at least 75% of the average, I'll open a half-size position to reduce risk. You can calculate the percentage by dividing this volume by this volume average, and your results should be at least 0.75. If you don't get that, I suggest you stand aside on this trade. The stop loss is 1.5 times the ATR. First target is 1 times the ATR. So on the breaking candle, this thing closes up here or is about to close. Set up your buy order. Look down here at the ATR, multiply that by 1.5. Measure that distance behind your entry for your stop loss. Measure 1 ATR above your entry for your first target. If after entering the trade we get a candle that closes back inside the flag, we'll take the loss right then and not wait for it to hit the stop loss. A breakout of the pattern should be explosive and hit our target fairly quickly. If not, and the momentum goes away, we want to shut the trade down without taking a full stop if possible. When price hits our first target, we'll close half the position for profit, set the stop loss to break even on the remainder. Then we'll follow stops as price moves in our direction until the market takes us out. I'll only risk about 2% of my account on each trade. That's today's setup on the cryptocurrency DogeCoin. The next setup for today is a triangle on the currency pair US dollar Swiss franc. A triangle consists of an ever-tightening wind-up of the price into a triangle pattern like this. I expect a triangle consolidation to break in either direction, so I'm willing to take a buy or sell signal from this pattern. And the pattern is confirmed by a decline in the volume and volatility right down here. As I mentioned, I measure the volatility using the ATR. And here's our trade plan. We're going to buy a daily candle close above the triangle, or we're going to sell a daily candle close below the triangle. I'm not going to bore you with the whole spiel again. The management details are always the same. If there's at least average volume, enter a full-size position. If there's only 75% average volume, enter a half-size position. Otherwise, stand aside. Stop loss is 1.5 times the ATR. The first target is 1 times the ATR. If you get a candle close back in the triangle after you enter the position, close the position and take the loss. Get half off for profit when it hits the first target and move the stop to break even on the remainder. Again, maximum 2% risk on this trade. And that is today's setup on the US dollar Swiss franc Forex pair. Okay guys, this is how I manage these trades. You do you, okay? Make sure you understand what you're comfortable with and trade it that way. And to help me keep a handle on the psychological side of trading, I use the trading maxims. A maxim is a general truth, fundamental principle, rule of conduct, or proverbial saying. You guys know the deal. Use whatever tools you need to help you maintain discipline, because discipline and consistency in everything are paramount. And today, Tim's trading maxim number 71. Bad things happen in life, but it's how you respond that counts. And that's a quote from Dabo Swinney. Dabo Swinney is the head coach of the several-time national championship Clemson Tigers football team. And yes, Clemson is my alma mater, so go Tigers. Anyway, this short quote says in a nutshell what I'm trying to get you guys to understand about mindset. It doesn't matter what happens to you, good, bad, indifferent. It's all about your attitude and your response to the event. Your response should always be positive and constructive. Now, I know that's easier said than done. I've heard all about the, well, you don't know what my life is like stuff, okay? And you're right. I have absolutely no idea what your life is like. But does complaining and moaning about it change that one bit? No, not at all. So consider a positive approach to your circumstances. It's a learning curve, I know, so don't beat yourself up if you fail at it in the beginning. Just know that you will improve in time. Remember our DogeCoin trade plan for today. We're going to buy a daily candle close above the bull flag. And our US dollar Swiss franc trade plan for today, we're going to buy a daily candle close above the triangle, or we're going to sell a daily candle close below the triangle. Both trades take a full-size position if you've got average volume or better, half size if you've got 75% average volume or better. Your stop loss is 1.5 times the ATR. First target is 1 times the ATR. And please don't forget to sign up for my Trading Picks email list, and you'll get early notification of these picks. The link is in the description box below. And that is all for today's video. Come back Wednesday for the next installment of the Trading Education series. This time we'll look at a chart pattern trading strategy. Be here Friday for my strategy of the week, and next Monday for my trade picks. My videos come out at 3 p.m. New York time, barring unforeseen circumstances. Don't hesitate to ask any questions you may have. Remember, the only stupid question is the unasked one. If this video helped you, click the like below. Subscribe and hit the bell if you want to be notified of our videos in the future. Have a great week, and I'll see you on Wednesday.